Hey, what's going on? This is Kobe Bryant, and you're watching Brand News.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello and welcome to this week's BNz World Report. I am your host, Angela Ray, where we will discuss global topics and events from around the world. We are on location in the historic Carolina Theater located in downtown Durham. And here to share with us why the theater has that historic title right above its name is the Director of Marketing, Mr. Aaron Baer. So Aaron, tell us why the Carolina Theater is so historic. What are some of the things that stand out for you in terms of the history of the theater?
Well, the theater was built in 1926 as a part of a chain of theaters in the area at the time. We're the last remaining theater in that chain. The theater was built for movies, and that's how it spent most of its early time showing movies. Since the nonprofit that runs the theater now took over in the late 90s, we show movies as well as live events ranging from jazz to dance, rock and roll. We have something for everybody here.
Durham definitely has history. And speaking of Durham history, this first story comes to us from WRAL.com. And Durham passed a ban over Arizona's immigration law. Now, many people have been following the new ban on immigration that was recently passed in Arizona. Now, Phoenix is over 2,000 miles from Durham, but Durham is taking a stand. Now, the immigration law in Arizona, which goes into effect next month, will require law enforcement officers in Arizona to ask anyone who they detain or arrest about their immigration status if they deem there is some suspicion if they are in the country illegally. Well, Nate Goetz, chairman of the Durham Human Relations Commission, talked with the Durham City Council and they voted to ban travel to Arizona 6-1 last week. Our next story comes to us from the AssociatedPress.com. Slaves who built the Capitol in Washington, D.C. were recently honored. Well, African-American slaves sweated in the summer and shivered in the winter as they helped build the U.S. Capitol. Well, in recognizing those efforts, Congress took note of their sacrifice and their service last week by erecting commemorative plaques inside the Capitol building. Lawmakers said that the memorials will ensure that the efforts of slaves are never again forgotten. And of course, if you're planning a trip to Washington, D.C., you may want to go to the Capitol to check them out. All right, we are going to go on location with Team BNz as they are at the 100 Black Men of America's conference in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I'm here because I feel like us young 25-year-olds are not getting involved and acclimated with organizations as such. And it's very important for us to learn the art of mentoring at a young age, at my age already. So once we get in our 40s, 50s, it's like clockwork. Because there are people who spent that quality time to develop us and mentor us to get to where we at. It's our time to give it back now. So I'm here not only helping coordinate it, but at the same time embracing some of this information and knowledge people like players giving me. Mr. K.O. is going to deliver tomorrow, and it's it's a very powerful conference. The message of the organization, which is mentoring, it's all about mentoring. I mean, most of the workshops and panels are focused around mentoring, and on top of that, this is the largest conference as far as attendees as well. So of course we're excited to see that. When we pull out the main theme of the organization, which is mentoring, we had about 5,000 people show up. So it's very important so that they can see people that look like us, that are still educated, still speak well, still close to the hip-hop culture, and we're still trying to make a difference, just like these same corporate America guys who might have on the suits and the ties. It's no different.
This fall, I will not be attending prison. I will not be joining a gang. Instead, I'm a recent graduate of Clyde C. Miller Career Academy in St. Louis, and I will be heading to Atlanta, Georgia, where I will become a freshman at Morehouse College.
Wow, amazing stuff. It's amazing how mentors positively impact African American men, and we congratulate all of the members of the 100 Black Men of America. All right, our final story of the week. We say congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers, World NBA Champions. Of course, they had their parade in LA last week, and since the finals and the season is over, there have been lots of questions. Will Phil Jackson stay in Los Angeles? Will Doc Rivers stay in Boston? Is my boy Rasheed Wallace about to retire? Where is LeBron James going to end up? Wow, so many questions. And that's it for this week's BNz World Report. For more news with less of our views, please visit the website at brandnewz.com. Make it a great week. I'm about to go check out this movie with some popcorn.
Ma'am, your ticket?
Oh, my ticket. Oh.
What's going on? This is Kobe Bryant from Los Angeles Lakers, and just want to say, hey, you have a dream, you stick to it, you go for it. I did the same thing. And here I am now. You got a lot of people who try to, distract you or deter you from your goal, from your path, and what you feel like you're destined to be or do. And I'm here to tell you, you have to stick to your guns, stay with it, stay positive, stay encouraged, and go for it.